Is it Christ-like to pray for somebody to die when we disagree with them politically or religiously?
Quite obviously, the death angel did not visit the Capitol in the month of May. So we are super frustrated. We really, really, really were praying that it was going to be this May, right? It was like,
this is a person who ran for office in California in the last election, sitting with her son, bummed because somebody they were praying would die in the Capitol in Washington, D.C., didn't die. Too often we consider those we disagree with as enemies, and that's a problem. And even more so if you're praying for them to die. Jesus never said pray for your enemies to die. In fact, Jesus said, love your neighbor, and then made one of his people's enemies, the Samaritans, the neighbor in the story. Then he said, a sign that you're a follower of Christ is that you love your enemies and pray for those who spite you. Pray blessings, not death for them. Romans says it's the kindness of God that draws people to change, to repentance, not threats of death and hell. And when we have a powerful identity, we don't have to wish evil and harm or even consider people we don't like to be enemies. But when caught up with bad political theology, Jesus said it would be like leaven that would spread through an entire batch of dough and make saying things like this possible.
it's possible that it's still going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. We're praying that it's still going to come. We're praying that it's soon. We're sad that it didn't already happen.
When our personal identity comes out of inclusion in an exclusive political religious sect, demonizing and otherizing people becomes easy. But when our identity is powerfully rooted in our understanding of who we are, we can display a higher way to live that attracts people to our belief system rather than tries to compel them through threats and fear and shame. There's a reason the gospel means good news of the teachings of Jesus, not this.
We're praying that it's still going to come. We're praying that it's